Hello YouTube, and welcome to another DBTGamer special. Now, I haven't done one of these for a while. This DBTGamer special is going to be mostly video game related. Recently there were two Nintendo Directs, and I'm going to talk about both of them in this video. Which one shall I do first? Let's get the big news out of the way, because that's what most people are probably here for. The Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Let's start with that. I'll talk about the games and my thoughts on all of them. So let's get started. Mario Kart World. It's got 24 different races on the track at once. It's looks good. Whether I'll get it or not really comes down to money. Obviously, these days I have a house, I have bills to worry about, so gotta prioritize bills and also other things before games. I do like Mario Kart, but it's not exactly my favourite sort of game to play. And I mostly play racing games with friends and family, and I don't always get to see friends and family, so again, I'm not so sure if I'm going to get this one. Let's see, what other games were announced? Oh yeah, there was a game which looks like it's going to introduce the Nintendo Switch 2's features, and I think it might have a bunch of mini games. It was difficult to tell from the trailer, but they did show off like a golf mini game. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. This screams like a packing title, but it's actually not a packing title. You have to pay money for this, and because you have to pay money for it, I'm not really the biggest fan. You know, I understand what the features are of the console. I don't really need this to have them explained to me, but it's there if you want that sort of thing, I suppose. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. This looks... well, it looks like a Hyrule Warriors game. I've played two of these. I played the one on the 3DS, and I also played the Age of Calamity game, which I liked both of them fine, but you know, the games that I tend to enjoy more if I got someone playing with them. I played the other one with my sister. It was fun enough, but that's coming out in the winter of this year. Oh yeah, the Welcome to 5th of June, and the new Mario Kart 5th of June. Let's see, other games that were announced in the video. Dragon Drive. This is a wheelchair basketball game, which apparently is coming out in the summer, and it's very mouse controlled and motion controlled heavy by the looks of things. I'm not really into sports, so I don't really think this is my jam, but if you like mouse controls and if you like motion controls, you might like this. Let's see, what else was there? You know what? I'll save those two big ones for later. They also talked about some Nintendo Switch 2 enhanced games. There was Mario Party Jamboree is getting it in enhanced mode, where you can like put your face on the screen. Because the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have like a camera that you can buy. You can plug it in, and it's like a webcam sort of thing, but obviously a lot more high quality sort of thing. It's looks like a decent camera, although I don't know if I'll actually buy the camera unless I actually need it for a certain game. I'll be saving my money because I'd rather buy a new game than a camera that I'm never going to use. But I haven't played Mario Party Jamboree, but I've heard good things about it, and it's nice it's getting an update. But strange thing was, these updates, they did not announce any update prices. When it came to pricing, this Direct failed. They didn't give the console price, and none of the games were priced either. And the updates weren't priced. So that was, in my opinion, shooting. Nintendo shot themselves in the foot. The console comes out in 2 months, guys. A price for all this sort of stuff shouldn't have been hard. It's just consumer friendly. Let's see. They also did Breath of the Wild. That's got an enhanced port. And you can also... There was an app on the Nintendo Switch online app where you can take notes, and it also puts the map on your phone. It's a useful feature. So you can now look at your map and play the game at the same time. Although I remember this, in the Wii U version, in the early trailers, they had the map on the gamepad, and I thought it was a really good idea. It's nice that they're bringing this feature back, but they could have also still had it on the gamepad with the Wii U version. So it's, I think they could have used this feature earlier, but just made it exclusive to the Wii U. And yes, it would hurt that you had to press a minus button just to use the map on the Switch version, but the point is, the gamepad, one of the best features was inventory management and also look at your map. Why take it out in the first place? It was just stupid. But it's nice that this feature's come into a smartphone app. And Zelda Tears of the Kingdom's going to receive an upgrade too, with the same map, I believe. And yeah, out of the two, Breath of the Wild is my favourite. I like Tears of the Kingdom, but Breath of the Wild is just the one I prefer. Let's see, next game. Oh yeah, one of my favourites, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is getting a update. It's gonna run better and look better, and it's got a new section called Starcross World, which is probably like some new content. I have watched the direct. It looked pretty all the looked like the seasons were changing or something. here's one that I suspected, and it's Metroid Prime 4, a game I'm excited about, is going to have a Switch 2 version. It's basically the same game, but better graphics, better frame rate. No idea what the price difference is going to be. That's just going to annoy me. Just some numbers, Nintendo, would just be nice. Let's see. What else haven't I talked about yet? Oh yeah, the console itself. Let's talk about that, because I haven't really talked about that. So, yeah. The console itself, I'll just use my old Nintendo Switch here as a prop. It's going to be bigger, but it's going to be the same thickness. So the screen is going to be roughly 7.9 inches, which is a lot bigger than the screen that we've got now. And it's going to be a 1080p screen and 120 frames screen. All you tech junkies out there who love this sort of stuff, there you go. And if you're on the TV, there's going to be like 2 different modes. There's going to be a 120 frames mode with or is it like a 1080p mode? There's going to be different ways you can, set your you got performance mode or super high res graphics. People who own a PS5, you're familiar with how this sort of thing works. You crank it up, things look better. That's the gist of that. Got the magnetic Joy-Cons, which is that's nice. It looks like a bit more sturdy. But the Joy-Cons themselves, they can be used as like a computer mouse. So, example, you put it on your desk and you move it around, and then you can use the triggers to click on things like a mouse, I suppose. I'm not a PC gamer. Well, okay, scratch that. I have a mild, like a mid interest in PC games, and none of the PC games I play use a mouse. I use a controller, or I may use a bit of keyboard if I'm typing in a name or something. But okay, I do have Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I do understand the benefits of a mouse. But I'm not a sort of person who'll play like a first-person shooter and insist on using mouse and keyboard support. I'm primarily a controller guy. I'm not a big mouse person. It's cool that the Nintendo Switch 2 will have mouse support, but I'm not exactly jumping over the moon for it. Let's see. You can actually use both controllers at the same time, so technically you've got two mouses. Mises? What's the plural for mouse? Anyway, just have a bit more water. Let's see. If you're in 4K mode, your output will be 60 frames per second. But if you're in 1080p, you'll go up to 120 frames per second. So that's how that works. So yeah, the Switch does have 4K. Switch 2 does have 4K. the new dock, it has a fan, so to help keep the system cool, which is a nice thing because if it's gonna, you know, do us high demanding games, keeping this thing cool is definitely essential. Let's see. The hard drive is 256 gigs, which is a nice upgrade. The original Switch's hard drive was 32 gigabytes and 64 on the OLED, which that was just always abysmal. No matter which one you went with, really. So it's nice we've got a decent hard drive out of the box. They're wanting us to use a new type of micro SD card. It's a micro SD card express. It's basically micro SD card, but it loads faster. But with that amount of hard drive space, I might not need one just yet, or I may have to pick one up anyway. I'll just have to see what money I've got available. Because, again, this all comes down to budgeting. The joys of being an adult. Let's see. Oh, yeah! I forgot to talk about the new button. So, yeah, it's got a button which has a C on it. This is for chatting with your friends and using the camera and all that sort of thing. So it's a game chat feature. But there are other options out there, so you don't have to buy a camera and spend extra money. You could always use Discord or Microsoft Teams, or I suppose you could even talk for just use your phone if you really wanted to. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, 7.9 inch screen. It's an LCD screen with a HDR support and up to 120 frames per second. Some people might be pissed that it's not an OLED screen. I think this will do fine. You know, LCD technology is getting better all the time, and it is bigger. I think this will be a fine screen. Yes, I guess it sucks. No more OLED screen. But I never even bought an OLED. You know, that's how much I was budgeting. You know, I stuck with the model with the bigger battery. I have played an OLED at my sister's house, but it wasn't worth the upgrade, you know. I was still happy with what I've got right here. Let's see, have I missed anything about the console itself? Oh yeah, it's got a decent kickstand this time. I never understood why this piece of rubbish was, you know, approved. It's always been way too flimsy. It's nice if there's a decent stand out of the box. 2 USB-C ports, one at the top, one at the bottom. So one for peripherals and one for charge, I suppose. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, you got bigger buttons on the controller itself, on the Joy-Cons. bigger control sticks, so it's a bit more hand friendly. If you got, because I've got pretty big hands, and I often found the Joy-Cons kind of small, especially when I was using them sideways. I recently was at my parents' house in playing with my sister playing Mario Kart, and we both played Mario Kart with a Joy-Con because the controllers weren't charged. All she had was Joy-Cons at the time, and they were the only thing that were charged, and we're in a bit of a rush. And playing Mario Kart 8 with the Joy-Con, it was well, I had giant hands, so my hands were a bit cramped, and she complained her hands were a lot smaller, but she couldn't do the drifting when she was playing with the Joy-Con like that. So it's nice that the controllers are bigger, and bigger is better in this case. They've streamlined the wrist strap. Oh, they've improved HD rumble. Okay, that's nice. What else? Oh, I think the chat feature you have to pay for it. It's part of the Nintendo Switch Online program. Oh yeah, there's a built-in microphone on the Nintendo Switch 2 with noise cancelling, so you can it hears your voice, but it cancels out everything else. So this is kind of like a DS, but with one screen, I suppose. Let's see, how much time have I used so far? Okay, I'm running about 20 minutes. I'm trying to keep track of the time. What else about the camera? Can I say anything else about the camera? No. There's nothing else I can say about the camera. Oh, there is a bundle available which comes with Mario Kart. Not exactly a bundle that I'm excited about, but you know, yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's get back to games. New Kirby Air Ride. This came out of left field and hit me in the face with its adorableness. Kirby Air Riders. It's a sequel to one of the GameCube, I presume. I like the GameCube game. It's a really expensive game these days. It's well over £50, maybe even £60 or £70 these days. The original Kirby Air Ride will cost you a very pretty penny, but the fact that we're getting a new one hopefully that'll ease it. Because I'm guessing it'll have all the things from the original game plus lots of new stuff. But the trailer didn't really show much. It seemed like it wasn't gameplay. It just looked like maybe an opening or something, or like a CG trailer. But it was very cute. I do like Kirby, but I like racing games, but I don't know if racing games will be on the top of my priority list because, well, just, gotta save money for important stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this was a big thing. GameCube is coming to Nintendo Switch 2's Switch Online service. That's cool. And I do like the GameCube. They showed off a lot of games, and these are coming out day one. There was a Zelda Wind Waker. Soul Calibur 2, F-Zero GX, and lots of other ones as well. So that's nice. So it's nice to get GameCube because there's a lot of great games. Although we're getting Wind Waker, but it's the old version of Wind Waker, which not the biggest fan of that because I like Zelda Wind Waker, but the old version it takes a long time to finish, and the HD version is the better version because it's just more friendly when it comes to actually playing the game, and it not feeling like a slog and having needless rupee padding. Seriously, collecting rupees for Tingle, it just took forever in the original game. The HD version, they nicely streamlined, and that was just much better. Anyway, there was a new Donkey Kong game announced. This was the last game they showed off. Donkey Kong, what did they call it? I think it was Bonanza or Banananza. Let me see. Yeah, Bonanza. Which I'm guessing this is what the Mario team have been working on. It looks interesting. I do like Donkey Kong, and this is a 3D Donkey Kong game, and we haven't had a 3D Donkey Kong game since like Donkey Kong 64, which was a long time ago. Seriously, I was a teenager back then, and now I'm in my late 30s. So it was been a long time since we got a 3D one. So hopefully it's good. There were rumours about a new Donkey Kong game. I'm wondering if this is what the rumours were referring to. But I guess we'll never know. You can't always trust what you hear on the internet these days. It's filled with fake news and misinformation. You don't know what to trust. Yeah, so always be careful of rumours. Take them with a huge grain of salt. There was some games announced from Square. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Brave the Default. The 3DS original game is coming to Switch 2. Heavily upgraded. That's nice. It'll look better. I loved it. I liked it on. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. I liked it on the 3DS. I didn't love it. It was quite a long game, and actually finishing the game took forever because of the whole dimension time travel thing. It almost felt never ending. So yeah, and my 3DS version works fine, but it's nice it's coming out so that more people can play it, and it gives people options. There was a big scissor reel with a lot of games. Some of the games that were in the scissor reel had already been announced in previous directs, like Professor Layton, some of them were in the previous direct that we had in end of March, which sort of came out of nowhere and caught me by surprise. That one in March, personally, I think they should have done it earlier because like February, because February is usually when they do it, but they held it back until literally the last minute. Let's see. Anything else that I may have missed? Okay. I believe that's everything. I'm gonna do some Googling around, but whilst I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk about the previous direct, which happened in March, because I'm talking about games. I may as well talk about both these things. So the first game for the March Direct, which was a Nintendo Switch 1 Direct, so this is all about Switch 1. Okay, there was a couple of hints about Switch 2, but mostly this is Switch 1, and that's it. The first game we talked about was Dragon Quest 1 plus 2. I have never played these games. I played a lot of Dragon Quest. I'm a big fan, but I'm currently playing Dragon Quest 3, but I haven't been back to it in a while. I've been giving RPGs a break so I can focus on other types of games, because I was getting fatigued. I was having RPG fatigue, so I switched to something else because I want to enjoy stuff. So I thought, put the RPGs away and play something else. So yeah, I've never played Dragon Quest 1 or 2. From what I know, the first Dragon Quest, it's very basic. You've got one character and you're just trying to save a princess and a kingdom from a bunch of monsters. And I think there's a wizard. I think there might be a princess involved as well. But I've never played it. It was on the Game Boy Color. But these days, the Game Boy Color version is very expensive. So I'm just going to wait for the Switch version, and I'll play it then. Dragon Quest 2... I found the games list. That was on the Switch 2. Let me just yeah, I think this will do. I'll just oh, okay. I found the price as well. Okay. Okay. I have numbers, people. I have numbers. Good old DBTGamer has got the hot scoop on the numbers. Why wasn't this in the direct, people? Seriously, talk about this. This should have been in the direct. I've got the numbers. Go me. Okay. Anyway, back to games. So yeah, Dragon Quest 2. I haven't played either, but I do know that this game has like a jobs class system, and you got like 4 different party members, and I know that this game is famous for being quite difficult, and in some ways, difficulty level not well balanced. But hopefully they'll iron it out with this new version. Seriously, that's something that they need to sort out because games being too hard is an absolute pain in the arse. Let's see. Next game, No Sleep, Kami Date. Seems interesting. That's made by Summer Files. There we go. Looked kind of scary. And then we got. I think this was an indie game next. It was a Shadow Labyrinth, and it also had a secret level with Pac-Man in it. Oh yeah, this was big. We're getting some PlayStation games on Nintendo Switch. Patapon 1 and 2. What do I know about this game? This, if I'm remembering correctly from what Adam told me, it's a rhythm game with these little creatures, and you have to tap a rhythm to beat up enemies. So yeah. What next? We've got Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar. I believe this is a Harvest Moon sort of game. Not really interested in that. Not really a farming sort of guy. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was also in the direct. We got to see Metroid Prime 4 twice in less than 2 weeks. So Metroid fans, we got to see a lot of Metroid, and it looks fantastic on both consoles, on Switch and on Switch 2. And I can't wait to play it. Hopefully it's gonna be good. Just get another drink. Don't want to lose my voice. Let's see. Next game, Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. This looks very cute. It's a very what's the word? Cozy sort of game. There was an indie game, another one, Witchbrook. This looks like Hogwarts Legacy, but in like a sprites sort of graphics. I'm not really a fan of Hogwarts Legacy. I like the Harry Potter films and the books. Not a big fan of J.K. Rowling. No, she's she's just rude these days to people. But I do like the movies and the books she used to write before she went all controversial. Let's see. Eternal Life, Goldman. It's an indie game where you're an old man and it looks like a 2D platformer. You can use your cane to bounce on people's heads, and it's made by Chucklefish. I believe they're the same people who made Gato Roboto, I believe, and I think Eastwood. Let's see, what were games? Oh yeah, Konami's at it again with Gradius Origins, which is a massive collection of Gradius games and Salamander, and if you like 2D shooters, here's your game. Let's see what's next. Rift of the Necrodancer. I'm not the biggest fan of rhythm games, so this is not my jam. Let's see. Tamagotchi Plaza. This looks like Animal Crossing to me. It looks very cute and, you know, cozy sort of game. And for some bizarre reason, apparently it's pronounced Tamaguchi. I'm sorry, Japan, you're not going to get me to say Gucci. It's Tamagotchi. It's always been Tamagotchi since I was like, I'm going to say 10 years old. I'm not going to say Gucci. just isn't going to work for me. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, we got a trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA, which is nice. I'm not so sure about Pokemon Legends. I didn't play the first Pokemon Legends because it just seemed so repetitive. And when it comes to Pokemon, I tend to stick with the main series. I played the odd spin-off, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Tekken, Pokken, that's what it's called, Pokken. Pokemon Stadium, a tiny bit of pinball when I was very young. But yeah, I don't think Legends would be for me. And the main series Pokemon games, they haven't been at their best lately. Let's face it. And the remake of Pearl and Diamond, that was disappointing. It could have been so much better. Platinum's right there, guys. That's all you have to do. Copy that and improve on that. That's all you had to do. Wasn't, you know, there's your blueprint. Just do it. But we got Pearl and Diamond. Let's see. Rhythm Heaven, Groove. This is great for people who like rhythm games. Again, I don't like rhythm games. Let's see. Oh yeah, this was kind of talked about in the for a while. Virtual Game Card. So this is a new service that they're offering in both Switch 1 and Switch 2, where you can use your digital games and you can lend them to friends. That's nice. Fantasy Life, a new one, so that's cool. Let's see, other games, High on Life, Star Overdrive, Wonder Village, King of Meat, Blue Lagoon. Oh, I already said Fantasy Life. Saga Frontier. A lot of these games I haven't heard of before, that's why I'm doing rapid fire. Monument Valley, this looks like a game where you see from like different directions. It's some sort of puzzle game. Everybody's Golf. I'm not really a golf guy. So, let's see. Marvel Comics. Looks like a beat 'em up game. This looks fun. Could definitely enjoy beating up guys with Marvel heroes. Oh yeah, this was a surprise. At first I thought this was like Tomodachi Life. It was I thought it was Animal Crossing, but yeah, we'll get a new Tomodachi Life. Yay! And they also announced like a new app where you can get Nintendo news. I haven't downloaded it yet. It doesn't seem like my thing. And Yeah, that was the direct in March. Let me just circle back to the Switch 2 stuff, and then we'll call it a day because I'm getting tired of talking about games. I could sit here all night, but I want to do other stuff. I want to watch a film with Halima. So Nintendo Switch 2, according to Euronet Gamer, the price is £395.99, and if you want Mario Kart World, it's 430-ish. I think I'll just get the console and I'll pick my own game. Thank you. Yeah, pick something that I'm going to enjoy. Apparently the Pro controller is £75. The camera's £50. That's a lot for a camera. A memory card's £50. And apparently physical games are going to be £75, which is a lot. Oh, that's for Mario Kart, and digital games £67. It's nicer that they're different, but well, still a lot of money. That's all about pre-orders. Okay. Here's the games I missed. Street Fighter 6. I'm not great at fighting games, but I do dabble every now and then. Split Fiction. Hogwarts Legacy. Hitman. Signature Edition. But it's also got, you can also play as James Bond apparently. Yakuza Director's Cut. Bravely Default Flying Fairy. Toby Fox's game. I can't pronounce this. Delotatoon. Sorry if I butchered that. Chapters 1 to 4. Survival Kids. Cyberpunk. Hopefully it works this time because that game's been buggy in the past. Kiatsu Games. Path of Radiance. Path of the Gods. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. I like the first one, but I have only ever played the demo because that's all I really needed. Awakening. Oh, Noya Bunga Ambition Awakening Complete. Not so sure what that is. Fast Fusion. This is a racing game. Fortnite. Predictable. Yay for people who like Fortnite. Not bothered really. Arcade Archives with Ridge Racer. GameCube games. Oh, I already got them all. Wind Waker, SDO GX, and Soul Calibur. There we go. Partner games. Elden Ring. Yay. Hades. Not a big Elden Ring fan. I never played it. Don't like Soul. Not really a Souls person. Demon X Machina 2. There were a lot of sports games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. A lot of these are on Switch 1 as well. Project 007. Oh, actually 007 is its own game. My mistake. Borderlands 4. Not really that sort of person. Civilization 7. More sports games. Survival Kids. Enter the Gungeon. Star Seekers. Cyberpunk, I've already talked about that one. Final Fantasy 7 Remake, talked about that already. Hollow Knight Silksong, but still no release date. A lot of people want this, but it'd be nice if we knew when it was coming. Story of Seasons, Goodnight Universe, 2 Point Museum. Apparently, the 2 Point series of games are fun. You build your own museum and stuff, or hospital, whatever. In those sort of games. Marvel Comics Invasion, Star Wars Outlaws. I think I've mentioned a lot of these already. Just final checks. Yeah, I believe that is everything. So yeah, I enjoyed the directs that we had recently. They were fun to watch. Anyway, thank you for watching this video and hearing my thoughts and feelings on all these new games. Overall, I thought both these directs were good. It just would be nice if we actually got the prices in the actual video. It would have been much more friendly rather than me having to go hunting around online for them. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.